Oh boy, I forgot that I shaved. You know what? I'll tell you what happened. I was trimming up my mustache, you know, just performing some basic maintenance on some masculine features. Oh man. And now they're all gone because it slipped. The razor, or the electric shaver I should say, slipped a little bit, and I got a really weird section of my mustache chopped, cut, removed, mowed, trimmed. And the only way to even things out was to shave the rest of it down to what you see now. So we're temporarily rocking a new look. We'll see how I feel about it. Anyway, that's not what's important today, guys. I'm almost there, but we're on our way to the courts. I have 3 rackets on me that I want to narrow down to 1. That might be a lot to ask for one hitting session, but we'll see. I'm hitting with my guy. Remember him from the last video, UTR-12? I feel like I can make some confident decisions on rackets when I hit with him, because a player like that tests my limits in all kinds of ways. My consistency, my intensity, my ability to deal with his pace, but also have versatility to be threatening and responsive in all kinds of different ways, but also the endurance. I have 3 rackets on me today, technically 4. I have 2 Pure Aeros, 98s, one with Wasabi, one with Zero. I think strung at 50 and 52 pounds. Wasabi at 52. I have that Dunlop SX 300 Tour. Absolute spin monster, surprisingly comfortable, really interesting racket. That one might be harder to eliminate from the list today just because I like it so much, but maybe something about today's hit will be really obvious as an issue with it. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't offer enough control, maybe it's too powerful, maybe it's not quite as stable, maybe it gives me this weird wobbly sensation when I hit super hard. That was more true at 52 pounds, and now I'm stringing at 56. So we'll see about that. That's the kind of question I can answer hitting with Felipe. And last but not least is another Dunlop. It's the CX 200 Tour 1820. Now, this is a racket I've messed around with. There's still a part of me that wants the dense string pattern, but it is a 95. It's like the most dense 18x20 ever. And in stock form, it's just too light. That's a racket that you're gonna have to modify a bit with weight if you're gonna play any serious tennis with it. So what I did was put some weight under the grommets, actually. That's a funny racket because you can take the grommets off even after you've strung it pretty easily, at least around the 3 and the 9 area. So I did that, just a bit over a gram total, and then maybe an extra 10 grams in the handle. So the swing weight's floating around the low 320s, maybe 325 with a dampener strung. So that's not bad. That'll give me some indication. As much as I might like things about the string pattern on that racket, realistically, is it going to give me enough spin? I don't know. But I like the idea of a dense string pattern, partly for the control, but even more so just for the longevity of string beds. But it might just be too much of a trade-off for the spin and shape that I want to put on a ball, so we'll see. This might be my last time messing around with that racket, but that one has Wasabi X in it, in a full bed, which is Toroline's new round Wasabi. Really good snapback, designed to be used as a cross string with Wasabi, which is a square-shaped poly, kind of a rounded square shape, so it's not too sharp, but it has a good shape to it. And yeah, I just have a full bed of that. So it might be one of the best round polys for topspin. And it's my first time hitting with it in a full bed. And I thought that would be a good string to open up what I want to see or get from the CX200 Tour. So if I don't get it with these strings, I don't really think I'll be getting it with this racket. Does that make sense? So I wanted to give it one more try. That racket has so many things I like. I guess I wish the racket head was a little bit bigger. I kind of wish like it was a 98 instead of a 95. That way it would have a little bit more power and a little bit more stability without having to have extra weight, just because the racket head would be a little bigger, and maybe even open up that string pattern a little bit. Just spread them out. Don't necessarily need less strings, but just spread them out a little bit. That'd be cool. But we'll see. All right, I'm gonna unpack and I will see you on court.
Where are you going? You got it. One. Oh my God. Two, you go. One. Nice. Okay. the net, brother. Just me, Steve. We're gonna hit it.
Yeah, I'm hitting too much.
Yep. Nice. You got it. Nice. You got it. You got it. You got it. One. You got it.
Yeah, I got 2, so.
Oh, you got 2. Okay. Wait, let me do one more, Roger. Like. Heavy shot there. Heavy!
Come on!
Heavy! What the heck? You got it. Go, go, go. Got it.
Wow.
Nice. You got it. Bravo. Got it. Yeah. Finish it.
Okay, this was too interesting. So we're watching in slow-mo. Look at that absolutely demolished forehand. And then look, I pass behind Toro and his hat comes off. Look at that. Now the hat's off. It was on before, now it's off. He's running with it off to go murder this forehand for no reason. What the heck, dude? That is so unnecessary.
One. One. That's one for you. One.
Gosh.
Oh, bravo.
Wow, get in there.
Damn it.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice.
Bravo.
Oh, late, really late. Wow, big difference. Ah, yeah. Oh, I really took it. Sorry, sorry.
Nice. Bravo.
Nice, yeah. Nice. Still.
Ready.
Not bad. Come on, move. Oh, okay. Nice. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Nice, good job.
Right.
Nice.
Now.
Good ball.
Wow. Well,
Alright, I thought that was a good place to end the video, so let's summarize real quick. I came into this video wanting to see if this racket was a worthy contender. And it's not. It's a really cool racket, but it's just a little bit too on that side of control-oriented playing characteristics that it takes too much off the top of my spin. So while I can get decent topspin with this racket, I get so much more with the other ones that it's almost not even a fair comparison. But I wanted to make sure that I couldn't get great topspin with this racket, so I thought I'd try Wasabi X in here. It's the first time I strung up Wasabi X in a full bed, and I thought maybe this would open up the racket to have more spin potential. And maybe it did, but it still doesn't have nearly as much as these other ones. So ultimately, that's the reason I got to put this down. But I'll do a review on this racket if you guys want me to. Let me know. There aren't too many videos on there about this, but I have gotten to know it quite a few times with quite a few different string setups. I've customized it, so I have gotten to know this racket quite well. That's the CX200 Tour. Next is the 300 SX Tour. And between this one and the Pure Aero 98, the main issue I have is that this one, there's a bit more trade-off between control and topspin. So more topspin, but a little bit less control. Not necessarily a problem, as far as I can tell yet. I need more time. But I do get this strange sensation where I'm hitting 100% full power and this racket just kind of like gets flexy and noodly, and I can't really tell what it's going to do anymore. It's very strange. And that might have something to do with the racket feeling very soft on contact. My favorite thing about this racket might be how spin friendly, but also soft and comfortable it feels. And it's still very powerful. So I don't quite understand how this racket feels so comfortable for the kind of racket that it is. But that might have something to do with why, when I hit with my full power, this racket just feels very strange. It feels like another racket. Whereas the Pure Aero 98 still gives me really good spin and probably better control on average with that 16x20 and slightly tighter spaced string pattern. It also just remains consistent in how it feels, regardless of how hard I am hitting. So if I had to pick, the Pure Aero 98 is probably a better pick for me, but I might give that SX300 Tour a little bit more time to see if I can figure out what that weird sensation is at my full range of power. But I've already tried different strings and different tensions, and that sensation is always there, so we'll see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. My hitting partner is Felipe, also known as Toro. He has a podcast called Heavy Forehands with Toro. Check it out, I'll leave a link to it. Really good, insightful game analysis stuff. I think you guys will enjoy his content. So check him out. He's got a YouTube and a Spotify. Say hi in the comments or something if you guys choose to check him out. And for now, the racket journey continues, but I do think it's a very, very high possibility I'll probably pick the Pure Aero 98s. I got Wasabi in here in the mains with Wasabi X in the crosses. Really cool string combo. Got that chameleon color change effect, right? And this one is actually ReString Zero in the mains with Wasabi X in the crosses. So we'll see how that hits. It's my first time mixing those two strings. And then sometime soon in the future, I'll do a full bed of Wasabi X in one of these rackets, because I want to see how that string plays by itself. So if you guys would like to support the channel, my affiliate links are a really good way to do that. You can get discounts on all of my favorite products, from Toroline Wasabi and Wasabi X to ReString Zero. All of those represent my favorite strings by far. Maximum topspin, maximum durability. ReString Zero holds tension a little bit better, but Wasabi is a little bit softer, and they also offer a wider range of colors. So that's fun. Between Wasabi and Zero, it's hard to go wrong. If you haven't tried either, I would try both and see if you have a favorite. I've been hitting with those strings for so long, it's actually hard for me to know if I like one better than the other. I just appreciate their differences. So at this time, I actually can't say that I have a favorite between the two, but I do acknowledge their differences. Like I said, Zero holds tension a little bit better, that's nice, but Wasabi is also a little bit softer, which is also nice, and the colors are great. I really think it's hard to go wrong with either string. But yeah, check out my discount links below, and you can now support the channel directly by buying me a coffee, where I get almost all of whatever you send. A lot of these other things I get a commission, but you also get a discount, so that's great. But if you want to directly support the channel, you can get me a coffee, and I'll shout you out in the next video. So links for all of that and more are down below. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and I will see you guys then in a future video. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Maybe I'll know what racket I'm picking, huh? Fingers crossed, I hope so. All right, until next time, bye for now.